Tsukyomi will finally be back at 3. So now that's awesome because now we can do like, you know, infinite loops. You know, we could do infinite flips. It's not let's say continuous loops as opposed to infinite. Because infinite implies you could just there's no stopping to it. Continuous loops means you can do it more than once, obviously. So it is max. Of course, back then you used to use Tsukyomi Magician of Faith, so you can reuse all your best spells. That way, you use them right there and then in the same turn, as opposed to using them a turn later, like you do with traps. But in this day and age, being able to reuse traps helps, especially when you're limited to the types of traps you play. Like you only have one bombless, one warning, you know what I mean, stuff like that. Since E-Virus, one Eradicator, you know, you'll only have one of these really good cards, so the ability to reuse them, you know, gives you that advantage. You know, we all want that advantage, that ability to do something that your opponent can't do, so that way you can beat them because you do what they can't do. So Tsukyomi at 3, Master Darkness at 3. So right there, you have the ability to reuse your traps. Since Deck Devastation Virus is still at 3, you can use Deck Devi and reuse and reuse and reuse and, you know, create like a long lock of your opponent not being able to have level 3s and lowers. So that gets rid of hand traps, you know, that gets rid of stuff like Tour Guide, you know, I mean, basic stuff that most people play, and make it harder for them to do their best moves because they need their monsters in order to do your damage and to synchro and exceed and all that other good stuff. So you can prevent that by constantly playing Deck Devastation Virus. Now in this build, as you can see, this is a Dark World lock, and the idea is obviously you're using Grapha and Deck Devi, and you're constantly doing that every turn, because it's the fact that you'll have well, not every turn. Obviously the awesomeness of the trap is that it lasts for 3 turns, so the whole idea is just to set it up and then just, you know, reset, grab all the materials again, and then just wait it out. So first off, you'll put Graph on the field, right? Deck Devi, and then after that you'll have Master Darkness on the field, then you'll have Grapha, and you'll just be pounding the opponent down, MST and his stuff, you know what I mean, just coming at him. And he'll have every little responses since you Deck Devi'd him. Then once Deck Devi is about to be extinguished or it ran out, then you just redo it again. You just deck, you know, since you already used Master Darkness' effect to get Deck Devi back, then you reuse it. Master Darkness with Threatening Roar and Tsukyomi, that right there is a no battle damage lock right there. So that's the way you can prevent being attacked. In case you want to switch up the combo, that's why I have red screen, because red screen will protect Master Darkness, so you can reuse your Regeki Braves and your Deck Devi, because it's hard to do both. You know what I mean? Like you won't necessarily be able to get both Threatening Roar and Deck Devi and use them. You know, so you gotta choose one or the other. So red screen is great because it will automatically give you the protection, so that way you could grab the Regeki Break if you want to use Regeki Break, or grab the Deck Devi if you want to use that again. So that's the reason why those cards are in there, and that's part of the lock right there. Then you got your little draw engine, which is the gates, and then of course you got Snow, Phage, and Grapha. These are your main hitters, and they'll be part of your draw engine, as well as they'll help towards your Deck Devastation effect. So you don't always have to use Grapha for it, but it's good to use Grapha for it because of the whole, you know, since he resurrects, that's the main point. Since he resurrects, you can always use him as the cause for Deck Devastation. So there you go. Tsukyomi, Master Darkness, Yugi tip. Come up with some other some other combos, some other card concepts. I mean, you could use Master Darkness and not Master Dark, Just Desserts with like Ojama trios and stuff, and you know, burn your opponent every turn. Just stall with like red screen and shit. You know, some type of trap that will protect you long enough that you could just keep doing the combo over and over again. And well, there you go.